Hi. I just thought it would be nice. Well, first of all, welcome to my house. These are strange times, so I thought it might be nice to film something where you can actually see me rather than just talking over a screen. Although I will record a couple more of these things, but hopefully this is a bit more reassuring for you. And yeah, I just wanted to explain a few of the briefs, the kind of submissions that a few of you have said that you're a little bit concerned about, and I want to reassure you that I'm not going to be expecting any of you to come in with print portfolios that you have to submit and you have to get on public transport or anything like that. There's definitely a more sensible way of doing it, and I've worked it out, and it's going to be a digital submission. So first of all, rest assured about that, and I'm going to explain to you a little bit about how that works. Now, I'm going to talk to you about the two summatives that you've got, which are the summative portfolio and the summative presentation, and then a little bit about the YouTube media brief specifically. And then obviously there'll be, like I said, other little films. So, the summative portfolio. Now, those of you that have been working in InDesign all year should have downloaded InDesign to your laptops or your home computers, and you should have it there, and this should provide no problem. Those of you that have done that and have definitely developed those skills in InDesign, which is a really valuable skill for you to have developed to get work, then you can just do your work in InDesign as normal and print it to PDF, and you'll be able to upload your PDF of the work to the digital submission that I'll put up for the portfolio, and that will not provide you with any kind of problem. It'll be exactly the same, except no expense for your actual printing costs. If you haven't done that, why you wouldn't have done that, I don't know, but you might not have done that, and you might have been, and not because you haven't got a laptop or a computer at home, but just because you haven't got round to it, and you've just been making use of other people's InDesign and using it at university. Which is, normal, then you can always do this again on PowerPoint. So you'd have a digital submission, you would upload a PowerPoint of your portfolio, but you would follow the same rules for the layout as you do on InDesign. So on Moodle, there's all the information about how it should look. I've shown it to you many, many times. So you would have to set up the template yourself. You don't have the same guidance that I'm giving you in InDesign. You just have to work it out in PowerPoint. Many of you have used it in school, and if you haven't used it but you do have access to PowerPoint, then you can look on online tutorials, plenty of stuff on YouTube on how you use PowerPoint. My preference is that you do it in InDesign, because then if anybody asks me for a reference about your skills in InDesign for a job, then I can actually, say what skills that you have. The other option, because you might not have any kind of computer that has that level of capability at your home where you've maybe travelled back to, you will all have access to Google. Not a single one of you won't have access to Google, in which case, actually what I'm going to say is you can do it on Google Slides. You set it up on a Google Drive, and I will do a separate film about Google Slides. They're pretty easy to set up, but I am expecting on those Google Slides portfolio level work. And with Google Slides, because it'll come off your Google Drive, you're going to have to send me the link, and then we'll have to have a whereby conference chat, which I'll do with all of you on the day. I will set up a link time, an upload time, and then and set up a whereby slots where you can I'll just be on whereby, and then you can all call in just to say that you've done it, and I can live check that your link actually works, because that is the one thing. If your work doesn't work because you didn't check it with me, then I'm going to have to fail it. So you're actually going to have to do whereby. And the reason I'm going to do whereby and not Zoom or anything else that you have to download or attempt to make Google Teams work with you is because whereby just works on the server. It just works on Google. So you should all have access to Google. You should all therefore be able to get something up on a drive for slides, and you should all be able to access whereby. I would be hard pushed to find a single reason why any of you can't do that. So those are going to be the three options for your portfolio submission. When it comes to the sketchbook, you're going to have to put that in a Google Slides document. So you're going to have to do a combination of things. Photograph some of your pages and then put them down with little bits of annotation on what you did. I mean, it's not ideal, obviously. And this will give me some indication of your visual development, your analysis. So the pages of reflections, you're going to need to have 6 slides, which have the five slides which have the reflections on the projects that you've done. In addition, you're going to have be able to show me all the lectures, so you'll take photographs of those, embed those in the Google Slides, and then all your visual development. So I appreciate that's a lot of photographs and probably 2 days worth of time in just setting it up. I'm not expecting lots of analysis by the side of it, by the side of the photographs, but headings at the very least. And if you think that your stuff can't be read because it's just really scribbly, and you do want me to be taking particular note of analysis, then please do pay attention to that and maybe put those kind of headings there. Okay, so the next thing to talk about really is your presentation. So there's a summative portfolio and there's a summative presentation. Now, the summative presentations aren't anything in particular to worry about because you've been doing those all along, and I accumulate all of that information from all of your presentations, and I'll put that in a grade and give you feedback on everything you've done previously and send that out to you. And hopefully the information on that will be able to help you in your portfolio. That's the intention anyway. The only thing is that you've still got to do for that is the YouTube presentation. And the YouTube presentation is going to be the digital submission, which is the report and the film. So the film, in a way, counts as its own presentation, as does the report. I'm not going to expect you to film yourself giving the report or anything like that. The film is the film that you're making for YouTube, for the YouTube project. So if you are looking to, say, do something, the example I gave before about baking muffins, because that's something that you thought that particular group was interested in, but the current set of information that was given out to that group was actually about baking muffins, but you found out that that whole community also likes to watch pranks, then you might be, your particular thing might be a prank to do with a muffin. And the logic of all of that is in your report, but you will film a prank to do with a muffin. And that film of the prank to do with the muffin is what you will upload to your channel on YouTube, and then you will send me a link. Well, the link and the link and any password that I need. So if it's private, I need the password. Needs to be in your report. I should be able to follow that link and get into your film that you've done, and I'll be able to see this film that you've done of to do with a muffin and a prank, and this is like the practical part of the brief that I've set you, and the report says all the logic about that. So these things together become the presentation. Doing it all on time, actually getting it done counts as your professional practice, so you won't be peer reviewing each other, but you actually achieving it means that, and making sure it all works, because this is essential. Just kind of putting something there and hoping for the best, and then I find it doesn't work, has poor professional practice. So just as you might have met the deadline, but you've taken no responsibility, you haven't communicated it properly, and you know, towards this particular project, there's been no evident contribution because the work isn't there. So as you can see, this is how it would affect some of your grading on there. I must be able to see it. So my recommendation would be to send the link and any password to a friend and have them check it. So not on your computer, but on a separate computer away from you, a family member, and they can just, you know, you might not want somebody else from your class seeing you doing a prank with a muffin, but some trusted friend from way back, or your brother or sister, that would be fine, your mum, they just check, make sure that it works. Okay, so that is YouTube. You must check, it's really, really important, otherwise I can't mark it. And that mark actually does need to be in your summative presentation grade, and that is for next week, that deadline, so it must be in. So next week will pretty much be sorted out around you uploading, us doing a little whereby chat to check that your things have worked and that you've uploaded, and then after I know we're on a kind of extended break, but after what would be the Easter break, the exact same day as previously said, there will be the digital upload for your portfolio and your sketchbook. The sketchbook will be a Word document, or it might be the last final page in your sketchbook in whichever format, which has a link and any password that I need, and then we will have on that same day, so you might all have to say upload first thing in the morning between 9 and 12, and then between say 12 and 1 I might be expecting all of you to link with me on Whereby, and we check that your Google Slides sketchbook works, and that way that I know I've got all the material, so I can give you an accurate mark and nobody will have to be resitting in the summer. So I think this is all pretty straightforward for you. You're all very, very capable. I'm sorry that the end of the year is so strange, but you've done lots of great work, so I'm expecting to see some really fantastic things in your portfolio. Google Slides for your sketchbook, and I'll record that in a moment. And don't worry about your presentations because they're all done, and provided you get your YouTube work in time, you will get the feedback from me pretty quickly, and you'll be able to work out what to do for your portfolios for improving the work itself. Okay, see you at the other side of all of this, and yeah, and so hopefully see you in the second year. Good luck with the summer, stay safe, and make the most of this time to read and reconnect with family, and watch lots of Netflix. I'll speak to you later. Bye.